Dale Earnhardt Jr. dropped a comment that instantly changed the temperature in the room, and Tony Stewart never saw it coming. What began as a routine update about Leah Pruett, Tony's wife and one of the most dominant drag racers of the last decade, suddenly became something far bigger. One offhand remark from Dale Jr. flipped the script, sending shockwaves through both the NASCAR and NHRA worlds. What started as a story about stepping back and finding balance quickly turned into a story about unfinished business, and this is how it all unraveled. Late in 2024, Leah Pruett stunned the racing world by announcing she was stepping away from full-time competition after delivering the strongest season of her career, finishing third in the NHRA standings. The reaction was immediate and emotional. Some fans assumed it was temporary. Others feared it was the end. Social media exploded with speculation, tributes, and worry. When a driver is performing at that level, silence doesn't feel peaceful, it feels deafening. Behind that announcement, though, was a moment that froze everything else. Baby Dominic James Stewart arrived just hours before the NHRA finals. The timing felt unreal, almost cinematic, as if the sport itself paused to welcome the next generation. With Leah stepping away, Tony Stewart didn't just take on the role of supportive husband, he climbed into the car. He assumed control of the Dodge Top Fuel Dragster for the 2024 season, diving headfirst into unfamiliar territory. This wasn't stock cars. This wasn't dirt racing. This was 11,000 horsepower, razor-thin margins, and decisions made in milliseconds. Even as an NHRA rookie, Tony made noise immediately. 2 final round appearances, 4 semifinal runs, and a Rookie of the Year title sent a clear message. Tony Stewart doesn't dabble. He didn't merely occupy the seat, he earned it. What made his run even more impressive was the pressure attached to it. Everyone knew the truth. The car wasn't really his. Every pass came with the quiet understanding that he was guarding something precious. That weight didn't slow him down. It sharpened him. Tony raced with urgency, like someone fully aware that his time was borrowed. And while Tony was racing, Leah never truly left. Motherhood didn't pull her away from the team, it just shifted her role. She was still in the pits, still buried in data, still driving strategy discussions. She made a deliberate choice to stay closely involved with the Top Fuel program, so that when she returned, she wouldn't be starting over. She kept up with setup changes, rule updates, and technical evolution. That wasn't hesitation. That was preparation. Then came the comment that caught everyone off guard. Leah admitted that the hardest part of returning might be pulling Tony out of the seat. In one sentence, it revealed how deeply connected they've become, not just as partners in life, but as teammates chasing the same objective. It also exposed the truth. This comeback wasn't rushed. It was calculated. That's when Dale Earnhardt Jr. stepped in. At a recent event, he casually delivered a line that changed the entire conversation. When someone like Leah Pruett says she's just the Dodge mom now, he said, that doesn't mean she's done. It means she's loading up. The room went silent, the kind of silence that hits when everyone realizes they've just heard something real. Tony looked stunned. Dale Jr. wasn't finished. He doubled down. Drivers like Tony Stewart don't give up a seat easily, he said. But for Leah, he'd hand it back without hesitation. And when she returns, she won't tiptoe in. She'll come back stronger, sharper, faster, and sooner than people think. It didn't sound like speculation. It sounded like a warning, like someone who knew what was already unfolding behind closed doors. Those words ignited rumors that had already been simmering. At Gainesville Raceway, Leah had smiled during a press conference and casually referred to herself as a Dodge mom. 3 simple words turned into fuel for fans. Dodge supporters latched on. Competitors took note. Dale Jr. didn't start the fire, he turned it into a wildfire. But Leah's story runs deeper than timing and ambition. Behind the scenes, she's been fighting a battle most fans never knew about. Alongside racing and motherhood, she's been managing Hashimoto's disease, an autoimmune condition that disrupts hormone balance and energy levels. She explained how it affected everything from glucose crashes to insulin control. Fans saw the glucose monitor on race days, but didn't know the full struggle. Even at her peak, she was competing while her body pushed back. That reality made stepping away one of the hardest decisions of her life. It wasn't just about becoming a mom. It was about longevity, about choosing the future over the moment, about protecting her health, her family, and her ability to return at full strength. Still, the fire never went out. Leah admitted her heart tells her she'll be back behind the wheel. That kind of statement doesn't come from nostalgia. It comes from certainty. Tony Stewart backed that up without hesitation. He made it clear the car is hers. The instant she says she's ready, he's stepping aside mid-season if necessary. No jokes, no ego, no delay. That wasn't just support. That was a champion recognizing another champion's moment. Dale Jr., however, isn't convinced they're waiting that long. He revealed what many fans haven't noticed. Leah isn't hanging around the team to stay busy. She's not involved out of boredom. According to Dale, she's already in training mode, quietly refining her timing, studying data, tracking competitors, and not for next year. For now, while fans debated schedules and timelines, Dale suggested the comeback was already underway behind the scenes. A driver who gave birth on the same day as the finals isn't wired to sit still. That competitive fire doesn't vanish. It recalibrates. It waits. Tony may smile through it, but even he knows the truth. He's keeping the seat warm. Leah never surrendered it. She loaned it out. And in motorsports, everyone knows exactly what that means. This story isn't just about racing. It's about transformation. Leah Pruett faced the choice every driver dreads: the sport they love versus the life they're building. For her, it was never just about trophies or speed. It was about identity, legacy, and proving that stepping back doesn't mean stepping away. Tony has admitted she plays a critical role in the team. She's not on the sidelines. She's in the pits, in meetings, shaping decisions. When she speaks, crew members listen. Sponsors respect her voice. Leah isn't easing her way back. She's designing her return from the inside out. Every setup decision, every strategy call, every sponsor conversation is building momentum. And the health battle continues. Hashimoto's isn't something you simply push through. It's constant energy swings, mental fog, physical limits, all while navigating new motherhood and leadership. She stepped back, not out of weakness, but intelligence. Because champions think long-term. And that